Someone answered you in 3 flat words this morning, and the day tilted. Not a catastrophe. A tone of voice, a message left unread, a look that lasted half a second too long, and the whole afternoon runs downhill from it. You did not choose that. The mood arrived, moved in, rearranged your furniture. And somewhere under the irritation, there is an older question you have never quite put into words. Is there anything beneath a state of mind that you can actually get your hands on and turn? A slim book called The Kybalion, published a little over a century ago under the pen name 3 Initiates, says there is. It says, the universe is not made of stuff. It is made of thought, and thought has habits, and habits can be learned. The book opens by telling you that you are lucky to be reading it. Its epigraph runs, the lips of wisdom are closed, except to the ears of understanding. The teaching it claims to carry was kept back for centuries, handed mouth to ear, hidden inside the strange vocabulary of alchemy and astrology, so that the uninitiated would see only metals and stars. The reason given is not cruelty, but futility. A truth placed in unready hands becomes noise, or a weapon, or a reason to kill the person who offered it. Notice the shape of that claim, because it is doing quiet work. If you find the book hard, that is not the book failing you. That is the door doing its job. It is a frame that turns your confusion into a compliment, and you should hold it up to the light before you accept it. The second move is stranger and more generous. The authors insist they are not founding anything. They are not building one more temple in a field already crowded with temples. What they offer, they say, is a key, 7 principles that lie under every religion and every mystery school, so that traditions which appear to contradict each other turn out to be describing the same machinery from different windows. This means the book is not asking you to abandon what you already believe. It is asking you to reread it. Whatever you were raised inside, whatever you drifted into or out of, the claim is that you will find these same 7 bones under its skin. Then comes the foundation, stated flatly. The all is mind. The universe is mental. The ultimate reality is called the all because every other name is too small for it, and it is an infinite living mind. The universe is a thought occurring inside that mind. The argument is by elimination, and it is worth following slowly. The all cannot make the world out of material from outside itself because there is no outside. It cannot break off pieces of itself to make things because the infinite does not come in pieces. What is left is the way a novelist makes a character, out of nothing but attention, entirely within, and yet the character walks and grieves and is real to himself. Matter, energy, and mind are not 3 kinds of thing on this view. They are 3 grades of one thing, thinning upward. And here the book turns and blocks the exit that most people run for. If the world is a dream, then nothing matters, and I can do as I like. No, it says hard. Yes, from the vantage point of the all, the world is dreamlike. That does not excuse you from gravity, from consequence, from law. Step off the roof, and your metaphysics will not catch you. The book has a phrase for the people it fears most, the half-wise, the ones who have learned just enough to deny the world and get broken on it. Its instruction is the opposite. Transmutation, not presumptuous denial, is the weapon of the master. Treat the world as fully real on the plane where you are standing, and then use its laws against each other, the way you use cold water to set a burn. How could anyone claim to know the habits of an infinite mind? Through the principle the book states as above, so below, as below, so above. This is not a slogan, it is an inference rule. If every plane of existence runs on the same principles, then the plane you can observe becomes a working model of the plane you cannot. You reason upward from the known. This is exactly why the book feels licensed to explain the creation of a cosmos by pointing at you imagining a house. It is also, if you are honest, how you already think about everything you have never seen, from atoms to other people's grief. The next principle is the one that makes the whole system move. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. A stone, a feeling, and a spirit differ only in the rate and mode of their motion. Nothing is a fixed object. Everything is an activity mistaken for an object. This gives the book its ladder, because a plane is no longer a place you travel to but a frequency you settle into. And it gives every technique that follows its mechanism, which is where the axiom lands with a click. To change your mood or mental state, change your vibration. Your black afternoon is not a substance sitting in you, it is a rate, which means it is on a scale. And this is the book's most consequential idea. Hot and cold are not two things, but one thing. Thermometer and all, with no line anywhere that says the cold ends here. So it is, the book says, with love and hate, courage and fear, in a formulation worth holding. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. You cannot destroy fear. You have never once destroyed a feeling by attacking it, and you know that because the ones you fought hardest are the ones that stayed. But you can slide it. Fear becomes courage by having its pitch raised, since they are the same string. What you cannot do is convert across scales. Fear will not turn into the color red, and no amount of will makes grief into Tuesday. Last, the thing that keeps undoing you. Life swings. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. This is why the night you felt luminous and unstoppable is paid for by a Thursday of ash, and why nothing was wrong on that Thursday except that the bill came due. The trained response is not to stop the pendulum, which cannot be done. It is to climb, to stand at a level of attention above the swing, and let the backswing pass beneath you, felt but not obeyed. Do that habitually, and choose the pole of your states deliberately, and something changes about your position in the world. You stop being the thing that other people's moods and wills and suggestions move. In the book's words, the wise man falls in with the law, and by understanding its movements, he operates it instead of being its blind slave. You do not have to believe any of the metaphysics. I am not sure I do. But strip the capital letters away, and something stubbornly useful is left standing, which is a refusal of one very common way of living. Most of us treat our inner weather as news. It happens. We report on it. We explain to other people why we are like this today, as though describing a storm we merely happen to be under. The Kybalion refuses that posture completely. It says you are not the weather and you are not the reporter. You are closer to the pressure system, not omnipotent, not exempt from the law, but a cause among causes with a hand on at least one dial. The next time 3 flat words tilt your afternoon, you can watch the tilt happen instead of becoming it. That is not mystical. That is a half second of distance, and everything you might do differently lives inside that half second. If this gave you something to sit with, that is what this channel is for. Small shifts in how you see your own life. I will see you in the next one.